Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, May 29th, 2020. Looking at fire potential impacts over the next few days, we will see quite an array of weather impacts. Today we are looking at some really high temperatures, where we'll see near record heat across almost the entire Great Basin. We will see a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms, pretty isolated, but those will mainly be focused across the highlighted areas on the map. And then across the orange highlighted area on the map today, we will see wind gusts in that 25 to 35 mile an hour range. Moving into Saturday, winds will pick up. Saturday is looking to be our windiest day. Winds will be gusting 35 to 45 miles an hour with some locally higher gusts possible as well. Also quite hot on Saturday, along with the chance of some isolated showers and thunderstorms on Saturday. And then moving into Sunday, we will see things calm down a bit over Nevada, but we are still looking at some gusty winds across portions of Utah and far southeastern Nevada on Sunday. Over the past 24 hours, there's really not much in the way of precipitation. What you can see there on the map is very light, if any precipitation. And as far as lightning, the highest density of storms were across the central Idaho mountains, but we also did see some strikes across portions of Idaho, or Utah and Nevada as well. Fire activity is slowly picking up across the Great Basin. You can see that there were a few new fire starts yesterday. Precipitation has been well below normal across a large portion of the Great Basin. You can see from both of these maps that conditions have been the driest across the southern part of the Great Basin, where things have been very unusually dry. ERCs, it should be no surprise, are the highest across the southern and southeastern portions of the Great Basin where things have been the driest. We are looking at some record high ERCs across portions of the Great Basin. You can see the green trend line is this year, and we're close to record values across GB27. Further south in GB24, not quite as close to record high, but still above normal. Our live fuel moisture across portions of the Great Basin is quite dry. You can see in western Nevada, and sagebrush moisture is at record low levels. It looks like our satellite image this morning is not looping, but we do have high pressure in place across the Great Basin. That is what is responsible for our really high temperatures, along with a storm system off the west coast of the United States. So looking at today, high pressure is in place across the Great Basin. With that, we will see the beginning of the really hot temperatures across the area. And we are looking at some gusty winds. The main area of concern is across southwestern Nevada. You can see that area highlighted in orange on the significant fire potential map. Looking at today in more detail, we're really expecting unusually warm, hot temperatures across the Great Basin. You can see 97 forecast for Salt Lake City today, mid 90s across portions of Idaho, and 117 down in Death Valley. So really quite hot today across the entire area. Along with the high temperatures, we are looking at low relative humidities as well. And that is a concern because there are some gusty winds expected to develop this afternoon. And you can see from that map on the left, we are expecting the strongest winds to be across portions of central and southern Nevada. As we move into Saturday, that storm system starts to make its way into the area. We will see winds really increase across the area on Saturday. And with those increasing winds combined with really low relative humidities and dry fuels, we are concerned about the fire potential tomorrow and have issued a high risk for much of the southern half of the Great Basin. Looking at Saturday in more detail, again, the image on the left is showing temperatures, and with the cold front moving into far western Nevada, temperatures will begin to decrease across western Nevada, but the remainder of the Great Basin will stay quite hot on Saturday. Winds are expected to be very strong on Saturday, looking at generally 35 to 45 mile an hour wind gusts on Saturday, but we could see some isolated areas that see higher wind gusts. Now, relative humidity is quite low across those windy areas. As we move into Sunday, again, pretty similar pattern. Winds will come down a bit as that system continues to make its way towards the area, but we will see some gusty winds across portions of Utah on Sunday. You can see those highlighted on the map there on the right. So again, on Sunday, still hotter than normal across much of the area, but those temperatures beginning to come down across the area and really low relative humidities. Again, gusty winds are expected on Sunday, generally in the 25 to 35 mile an hour range, so not quite as strong as what we are expecting on Saturday. Over the next 3 days, really not much in the way of precipitation. It looks to remain quite dry through Sunday. As we move into Monday, again, we see that wind threat reappear with that storm system that's just kind of hanging out to our west. So again, the threat for some gusty winds and low relative humidities on Monday afternoon. Then as we move into Tuesday, starting to see moisture increase, we will still see some lingering winds into Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, moisture increasing across the area. Could start to see some showers and thunderstorms across the area on Wednesday. Then as we move into Thursday, that low pressure system sending some moisture and cooler temperatures into the Great Basin on Thursday. You can see on our significant fire potential map there on the right, a lot of the areas that were brown will transition to yellow. So in the 7-day period, you can see a little more moisture is expected across the Great Basin with that system that finally makes its way through the area. An 8 to 14-day outlook, the Climate Prediction Center is calling for below normal temperatures across the northwestern part of the Great Basin, above normal temperatures further east, and above normal precipitation for much of the area. That's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thank you.